What's up, guys? Mr. Scanlon here, and in this video I'm going to be going over how to do like the basics of photoshopping, specifically with some material design work in After Effects. The reason why we're using After Effects in this video is because I'm hoping that a lot of you who start these videos will give After Effects a shot before you kind of move into Photoshop, because I think most of the concepts that we cover in the basics After Effects videos are very useful for Photoshop. So even if you want to use Photoshop instead of After Effects after this, and you want to use the tutorials for Photoshop, I think these videos here will give you like a better angle for moving into that field. So here I have After Effects opened up, and it's still loading for me because it's a pretty big program, that'll happen sometimes where it takes a little while to load. The first thing I'm going to want to do in here, obviously, is create a composition. This is fine. And then I'm going to go ahead and make a couple layers. So, as I said, this is kind of like more of a, I don't know how to describe it, more of a video about material design than just so much like making Photoshop images and stuff. And I think it's a good place to start if you're going to be doing any kind of photoshopping stuff. I'm going to drag a window over here. As you can see, I just created two layers. Before we talk about that, though, I just wanted to go to this website, Material Design. So it's material.google.com. And if you look at this, it's just a website basically all about Google's material design styling, which they use for their Android apps. And not only is it for like Android apps, but it's for like a lot of websites that Google has now too, where you kind of like see there's like everything's very flat on this page. Nothing is stands out in an awkward way. Nothing is kind of chrome like you might see on like an iPhone app or something like that. Everything is much more flat and maybe has a little bit of shadow to it and stuff. And I really encourage you guys to check out this site here and just check out what Google does for styling with colors and stuff, because it's definitely a good resource. But back to After Effects. So right now I created a blue solid, a red solid, and then we're going to go one more. We're going to get a white solid real quick. Basically, we're just going to go with like a red, white, and blue theme here, like an American flag theme. So first of all, if I just size, well, I'll keep the white where it is. Let me actually drag the red and blue up on top. So it's red, blue, and white like this. I'm sorry, red, white, and blue. That's what we want. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make the white a little bit smaller. I did that behind the red. And then I also want to make this red a little bit smaller too. Maybe about that big. It doesn't matter a whole lot as long as it's not like too small. And then I'm just going to widen it out a little bit so I can just kind of click and drag it around. Usually you want it slightly wider than the composition itself with these layers, because the way to get the shading theme, you need it to be a little bit like that. And I think right now what we're doing is we're making the French flag. I think they're red, white, and blue like this, but you kind of get the idea. We're going for an American theme here. So that's about right. So you can kind of see this is an alright design. It's not like bad or anything. It's got the red, white, and blue colors. That's fine. If I were to like print this out or something, it would look alright. It's gonna look alright if you were to like put this on a website like Imager or something. But basically, one thing you can do to kind of give it that material look is type in the search box here box shadow. Oops, sorry, not box shadow. Just regular shadow. Hold on. Shadow like this. And drop shadow is what you want. So go ahead and click this drop shadow. It's also on the perspective tool set. And just drag this and drop it onto the red up here. So notice that the red layer is on top, and that's what you need for using drop shadow. So if this is the one that you want shaded on top of the white, for instance, you want the red on top of the white in here too. So I'm just gonna point this down because we have our the layers are going down the screen like this, and I'm going to pop the distance out quite a bit, and you kind of see it gives us like this gray border around it, which we don't want. What I can do is I can kind of turn up the softness quite a bit, like maybe 76 or something, And then all I have to do is copy this and paste it onto this white solid here. Now you'll notice immediately that makes this look a lot nicer. Right off the bat, you're going to see that this looks a whole lot better than the image we had before, which is, sorry, not that. Oops, didn't mean that. This is a whole lot better than when we just had the flat designs where it was just red, white, and blue. It was kind of boring. Just adding the drop shadow alone changes a whole lot to the image. And this is how Google perfects their material design themes.